and 26th. And again, these are all gonna be 6 till 8 PM scheduled.
Ish.
December, well, we said we only needed 5, right?
That's what you said, yeah.
1,
I would
2,
just
3.
go with that for the time being.
You might wanna throw, reserve one extra day, whether we use it or not.
Exactly.
You
Well,
know,
I'm just looking at December, so December 10th is the second Tuesday, which wouldn't be a problem. But the
well,
2 weeks later is the 24th.
Christmas Eve.
Yes, yeah, I don't think we want to do Christmas Eve at all.
I like
I'm
you
pretty
guys,
sure.
but-
Well, we've got,
So we have
4
1, 2,
meetings.
3, we have
Yeah.
4. So we have 4.
Yeah,
So is there another day that's open, maybe towards the end, like,
should we find another day in December maybe? How about a Thursday in December?
what,
Yeah.
what
Yeah,
day?
where are we?
You've got cemetery on the 2nd, and then libraries on the 3rd, or vice versa?
Yeah,
Why don't we do it right on the same,
that's the same week.
we
That's
can
the-
meet on the same week, get it right out of the way.
The 10th and the 12th of December?
Yeah,
When's the 12th? What
A
day?
Thursday. Is
Thursday.
that all right? I know you've got work to do on Thursdays.
Yeah, you're stressing me out.
Am I?
No,
Okay,
it's okay,
awesome.
it's okay.
My work here is finished.
so it's
So
like
we have
5.
we have 5 meetings.
I think having 5, I think we'll do good with 5, and if we need to schedule something else, we can. And then did we say for sure the budget hearing on January 16th?
Yeah.
And that's usually a 6 o'clock meeting and then 7 o'clock hearing?
Which day, 16?
Yeah, January
I
16th.
thought it was the 14th.
The 16th, 14th, yeah.
Petition warrant articles have to be
The
in.
selectmen just.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So that gives Sarah then time to also type up
Okay,
whatever we
so-
might need and get it
okay,
to
so
us.
we change it from the 21st to what, the 16th?
The 21st is the.
It was the latest it could be then.
deadline.
Oh,
That was
so
the
it's
deadline.
16th, okay.
Yeah.
What day is that?
Thursday. Awesome sauce. Thank you all. That's great. I feel
That
good
work?
having this. And I'll work out, well, I guess, do we want to
Yes,
let the department heads pick dates? Because I feel like we ran into trouble with,
I think with our calendar.
Sandy was unable to control the time that way. You know what I mean? Because some of them, I know there was like at least one where she ended up with like town clerk, tax collector, road agent or something. It was like, I know there was like lengthy ones on the same night that turned into a
well,
really
how about
long
we
one.
start off with the first meeting that we're going to have and ask people if they can attend and they let us know, and if they can't, then we'll add someone onto that night.
My fear is that we want to keep it to no more than 2 hours. And if you ask people to tell you when they can come, you're going to end up with everybody picking the same night.
Right.
And you're going to end up with a meeting ending at midnight, and 4 days you schedule that you don't need. Nobody wants that.
So we've got 1, 2, 3, we've got 5 days, right?
Yes.
Picked out. Do you want me to do a liaison with the department heads and see if I can schedule them appropriately? So I can go and talk to them, and then I'll know which slots are taken, and then you can say,
That's kind of tough because if they mean this, you gotta know how much time you're gonna allow, some of the big departments.
You're trying to put highway with a couple of smaller departments.
Yeah.
The fire department with a couple of smaller departments.
I feel like if we did, okay, so the other thing that I always did with when I was putting the workshop together for the selectmen was knowing who is always very good about getting their budget in immediately when it's due. So you know you've got enough time to digest it, to ruminate on it, to come up with your questions. I feel like our very first meeting, if Bonnie is available, we could absolutely, because she always, town clerk, tax collector, always gets turned in on time, always, before the deadline. So I feel like if you wanted to talk to her about the 22nd of October,
Bonnie,
yeah,
And who would you want to put with her?
Yeah. Who would we want to put with her? And that's, again, if she's available, we're not telling her she has to. You know, hopefully she would be.
I'm sure she'll be available if we give her this much notice.
We could probably bang out rec committee easily. We could count on that being, that's always done on time too, right?
Yeah.
What else do we want to put in there? Who else gets theirs done on time?
Emergency management.
Well, by the time we come around, it should just about be done.
They should all be done.
Because the
They should all be
selectmen
done,
are
that's
doing
true,
it.
that is true, yes,
Yeah,
yes.
I mean, I don't think that, they need to be done 2 weeks before we're gonna start.
Right, right, good point, thank you.
That's true.
Yeah. Do you want to throw emergency management in there?
Planning board.
Yeah. What do we think Bonnie's gonna do? 45 minutes, an hour?
Could be.
Do we want to maybe ask Mitchell if he wants to come to that one too?
No.
Or is that too much for
That's gonna
one?
be too much.
That's too much, okay.
That's a lot on his.
Supervisors, of the checklist?
Yep.
Sure.
I think that's probably good for the first
So
meeting,
we have
right?
town clerk, tax collector, planning board, and supervisors?
The
And
rec.
Rec committee.
And let's do the highway department next.
When are we going to get a clock back in here?
Soon, I meant to bring one.
Hmm?
I meant to bring one.
Oh,
You wanna
It's
do it?
7:15.
thank you.
You're welcome, 7:15. All right, you want to do highway for the second one?
I'm just, my dogs didn't get fed because I
Oh, no.
out the meeting, so I don't want to be.
My goal was 7:30, I think we'll still make it.
26th?
Yeah, so that would be,
No, November 12th.
yeah, if you want to plan them all right now, we can, I don't mind. I don't mind at all. That would be November 12th, yeah. Highway, 11/12. I'll throw in maybe welfare and cemeteries. I'm assuming Heather will probably do them both.
Are you talking still about the 22nd?
We,
The 12th.
no, we locked up the 22nd of October. Now we're on to 11/2, yeah,
They're on the
November 12th.
Oh, okay.
Yep, or 12 rather, 11/12,
And that
You
would be
mean-
to have Heather here for both, so.
yeah. Maybe something small in there then, like, planning board? Planning board? I think that's gonna be a full night.
Well, the highway's gonna take up a lot of time. I'd say.
Right.
Yeah.
Remember, you're scheduled for now, right now. So. you know,
Yep. Yeah, I think that's plenty for that one. So the third one then,
November 26th,
yep,
something big.
I've got library, fire, and selectmen left as big ones.
He said Mitchell had a lot.
No, police too, okay.
Yeah,
Should we throw him in there? Oh, wait, is that hunting time? That's hunting time.
right, that's what I'm thinking.
Library,
We're still
fire,
doing it after dark.
those
I don't know if
You
he
use
travels,
the
I don't know if he
flashlight.
travels, but I don't know if he travels, I don't know if he travels to hunt, like, I know Russell goes to like Pennsylvania and stuff, I don't know if Mitchell does
stays
any.
local.
Okay. Or we can always ask him if we have to swap people
You can
out.
always change.
Right. So Mitchell on the
6.
26th. And sanitation. Dump. Transfer station, whatever you want to call it.
Dump, is
Or
that what
red.
you call it?
Yes.
The dump.
I call it dump.
Library? Or is that gonna get too long then?
For that same night?
Sanitation, police, library? No? We're kicking a lot of big ones down the road here.
Yeah.
Have you done highway yet?
Highway is for, November 12th.
Well,
All the departments they got in case you need a
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, we're kicking them down the,
Yeah, we gotta get,
we're gonna have to sacrifice you one night. What about
All right.
cemetery? Can we go?
I've got cemetery in with welfare on the
Okay.
12th. Yeah, because I'm assuming it'll be the same person that's doing them both.
So what's left?
So here's what's left. Fire warden, which is gonna be the same person.
Emergency management and ambulance. Did we have-
No, ma'am. Fire warden, ambulance, library, and selectmen are what's left.
Okay.
Oh, you know what? In the past, Heather's always come with Kathy for ambulance.
Oh,
I don't know what her
yeah.
involvement is with them anymore. I know that the titles have changed again.
No.
Okay, so we don't need to worry about that. Okay. We gotta throw at least one more in with police and sanitation.
So then do the library.
Library or ambulance? I feel like ambulance would be less time.
Right,
Yeah,
Let's do,
we
should we do ambulance?
yeah.
Okay, so ambulance on November
26.
26th.
And the other thing is, if you, okay.
What?
I was thinking Heather's on the ambulance too.
No, no.
I'm
Ambulance.
completely.
You aren't even missing a hearing aid, and you're sitting right next to me.
What are
I
you
just
missing?
said that, Maureen.
No,
At the
I
end, maybe
no,
we could just
I
go
was
through them
thinking
all.
maybe you don't
Okay.
want to put her on the 26th. You want to put her with the fire department and the,
No,
no? Okay. She's not on the fire department anymore?
she is, but you just,
Just leave it, okay. Oh, it'd
All
be
right.
better that way, wouldn't it? Okay.
Are we
Is
finished?
that gonna be good for the 26th? Is that, so we have
Yeah.
Yeah, police,
dump,
sanitation,
ambulance.
ambulance, okay. So then December 10th and 12th, we've got 2 dates left here. And we have fire warden, so that's gonna be one of them. Should we just say
Is
that's
it 10?
12/10 is fire
And then
warden?
library.
Fire, I mean, what date is that?
12/10, December 10th, and library,
Do library enrollment?
yeah.
The library on the 10th?
Yes.
There's still a gavel in the file cabinet in the map room, right? I might need it. And then that just leaves us selectmen for the 12th, and we could do selectmen, and if there's any,
any others?
If there's a leftover or somebody that couldn't make it,
yeah, how's that? So
So that one on which day?
12/10 on December, I'm sorry, 12/12, December 12th. Fan-freaking-tastic, guys, thank you. This
Could
is
somebody
great.
just read that list through quite quickly?
I will, and I will also make sure it's completely captured in the minutes, and I'll probably send a separate email
Oh,
just
so
so
we
you
get,
know. Yeah,
you'll put it in a minute.
absolutely.
Which we'll get.
so let all
All
of
right, fine.
let them know the day of the workshop. Because all the department heads will be coming in now,
Good call.
and then they can all be,
Right,
They
and if
will.
there's, yeah, and if we need to make any changes, then we can, if somebody's absolutely not available. Yeah, good call, good call.
sorry to pass that buck off, I probably won't be there, but hey.
Way to delegate, I like it.
Figure what other chances you're gonna have everybody in the same room.
Yep. Sweet. Okay, budget hearing set, schedule set. The next thing I had on the agenda, we're all good with that? We'll move on.
We can move on.
The next thing I had on the agenda was In May of 2023, this committee, the members that were on this committee at the time, voted to have recommendations put on the warrant with a count of how many people were for or against. Specifically, it says, a proposal was made on breaking down the recommend, does not recommend comments on the budget committee related articles on the ballot. The clause would read, X members recommend, X members do not recommend, X members abstain. The committee agreed to include the breakdown going forward. That was never done. So my question that I had on the agenda here is that something we would like to do, and we would like to insist that when the warrant is drawn up, they do what we have asked them to do, because it is our prerogative.
No.
Phil?
I think it has to do with town spending, it should be.
Maureen?
Yes.
Ed?
Makes no difference.
Is that yes or no?
In between.
That's a
Yeah,
abstain?
it's a hard decision, isn't it?
Is that an abstain? That's X abstain.
I think it's micromanaging, and we're getting too many cooks to spoil the broth. And if they care about the budget, they should come to the budget committee meeting.
Careful what you wish for.
I would tend to agree with Phil and Maureen, because I think that the question often gets asked at deliberative, and it would save us a lot of time on a very long day. It's already right there in front of you, don't ask.
So it'd be basically like 3 for, 1 against.
Right,
4,
right.
2
Yeah.
against.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, we're not reinventing the wheel, it's done in other towns.
It's not Cindy, yes, Maureen, no.
Correct, no, we don't spell out who it is, but it would show that it wasn't unanimous, if that's the case.
It'd be hard to find out who voted no this time.
No.
It would not be.
Fortunately,
I mean-
fortunately, it's just a matter of going to a YouTube channel
Right.
for the most part, so,
We also must remember, we only do the operating budget.
Correct.
There's a huge issue of the capital budget too.
should we have another motion, take a vote, or should we just say, yes, Cindy, go ahead and reiterate what was already done?
Go ahead and force it.
All right.
And the thing is, a fair amount of people look at what the recommendations are from the budget committee in making the decision what they want to vote on, how they want to vote. So usually the budget committee says yes, they'll vote for it. If the budget committee says no, they don't.
Often,
Yeah.
often.
I don't mean usually, often, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of people do look for what did the selectmen think of it, what did the budget committee think of it, so yeah.
Well, anything I approve of, people will disapprove of, so let's give them.
All right.
So maybe I should disapprove of everything I approve of.
There you go.
Reverse
But
psychology.
you know, we all know that we don't necessarily, everybody doesn't necessarily always agree on what a particular line item ends up being or
Some
something,
people
so.
like some people don't like.
Yeah.
Did you hit everything?
The very last thing on here, and if we don't want to talk about it, we're at 7:27. I would, actually, you know what, there's 2 more things on there. See, here we go, I missed one. Communication when it's necessary between meetings. I feel like I send emails and make phone calls to the abyss and
Fair.
don't get responses. So I would like to know communication preferences, because everybody doesn't like an email, everybody doesn't like a phone call. So if I really need to get a hold of you because we're having an emergency meeting,
Oh, man.
or, you know,
Yeah.
so that was why that was on there. What,
For me, you know,
Call.
like feeding information through email is great, but if you need my immediate attention, the call is definitely.
Catherine, phone call or email is the
You
best
better
way.
email me, because I might not hear the phone call, but can you remind me what your phone number is? I wrote it down on a box and I threw the box.
Hold on, she'll tell you that.
You write it down for if you don't mind. Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Maureen, phone call.
Phone call, my computer's
And I'm gonna wait to get an answer from Ed, not that we have to hold up the meeting, but I have had emails and phone calls, also not responded from him since he's been a selectman and too busy. So, and then the last thing, we have a tool on the town website that we could use if we would like to communicate with the public, the voters, the residents. And I'm just wondering what everybody's, if there's any interest in that, if there's any parameters we want to set on that. As a, for instance, as a selectman, we tried, and it hasn't been getting done, but we would try to put up at least quarterly a little news from the selectmen. Here's what's going on. Here's things you might want to know about. And I'm just wondering if we want to try anything like that with the budget committee, if we want to, how much information we want to put out, if we want to try it all.
And that's a statement that we all agree on.
Yes.
I think that's a good idea if we can come up with a statement.
I think it's unnecessary.
Unnecessary.
Boy, once you disagree with everything I agree with, well,
That's the plan. And the reason is because basically, we will have all our scheduled meetings on the website anyway, correct?
Sure.
And the
Yep.
hearings will be there, and that's basically what people will want to know about.
Yeah.
When we're having our meetings, when the budget hearing will be.
But,
What else will we be putting on there?
but some people aren't gonna wanna take and sit and, listen to, watch a video of what, that meeting.
Well, they can get the minutes on the town website also. I mean, what can we provide them beyond what's necessary?
Because your minutes and everything are already there, right?
Right. Minutes are there, agendas are there.
Right.
Our schedule
The
is
proposed
there.
budget's
So you'll hear
there.
it, Maureen, it's unnecessary.
I'm just trying to think,
Yep.
of, what we could,
What beyond that? Except for Catherine and Maureen disagree.
What do you got, Chief?
I don't know if they currently are posted, but the quarterly budget or whatever the budget committee is looking through at the meeting, the current budget, perhaps that can be up online.
See, and I was thinking, thank you, and I was thinking as a for instance, if, let's say the chair was going to put out a news from the budget committee tonight. Well, we had a meeting and we set the entire schedule for the whole season. We all look forward to, or most of us look forward to attending the selectmen's budget workshop, and here's what we tentatively plan to do. But again,
Propaganda. I like it.
propaganda.
did you say you like that?
She said she likes propaganda. But that's fine, we don't have to, but the tool's there, excuse me, the tool's there, if we wanna use it,
The
it's,
point we're making is that we're the budget committee and we're special against the select board. So think of the select board as the Senate and we're Congress. So Congress needs its statement.
so, going forward, I have transaction details. I have the transaction details and the entire Excel workbook spreadsheets that Sarah sent to the department heads. We've had different discussions about, I need printed paper, I'd rather have it emailed, I'd like a PDF, yada yada. And as we start this season here, I need to know how to get information to everybody. I will do whatever I can to protect Sarah from having to do 5 separate copies of everything, because she can give one to me and I can distribute it. Right now, everything she gave me, I was able to upload to the town website as a private file. The only people right now that can see it is me, because I do the budget committee page on the website, and Sarah, because she's the admin for the entire site. But if you each got a log on, which Sarah could give you, you could go right to the town website and see those. A second thing I did is I have, it's a Proton mail drive, which is just like a Google Drive. Most people are familiar with that. I have another place up in the cloud to play. Anyway, where I could give you all the link to that, and you could all access it that way as well. Emailing them, Sarah was able to email them to me, but I fear as they grow, as things grow, as we get closer to the end of the year, we're gonna run
It's gonna be
into.
hard to move that file.
Exactly, and to just upload it somewhere is so much easier, and then you can access it as you need. If you absolutely have to have a printed copy, I can certainly do that.
Don't forbid, you got the link, I can read it online.
Yes, that's your preference?
But, yeah,
And then, you know, if there was a spot, you know, you could go in there, you could retrieve your weekly information, print it out if you wanted to, and bring it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then it'd be a lot easier than chasing everybody around.
So the link to the drive would be your preference, rather than having another log on to the town website?
Whatever's easier for everybody, I mean,
It's a matter of me uploading it to one place or the other, or actually Sarah. Sarah can upload it to the town website.
whatever way I can read it online, I don't care, as long as you give me the access.
Okay.
She's going to disagree with me.
So you would prefer them printed?
Yes, I'm
Okay.
getting sick and tired of being booted off. I can't stay online. I go online and I'm on for a minute and I'm booted off.
Do you need me to send things separately to you, or are you good with what you get from the selectman's office?
I did think so.
Okay.
And actually, I can go down there and get it too.
Well, and the other thing is, if I print them for you, it's up to you. I despise single page. The way everything gets printed from the town office, one page at a time, it's like, that's my money you're spending. Put 2 pages on one piece of paper. Use two-sided copy, please.
She is able to do that, right?
Is she? I
Yes.
don't, she doesn't.
But she is.
I know the capabilities there.
So,
But
too.
and as I remember, and again, things have changed with the computer since Sue's left and I'm not a selectman. But it used to be you could print one-sided to this one, but two-sided you had to spool it to the other printer, and one did color and the other, and it was, I don't know, it was a
that's
mess.
my office.
I'm hoping that's not the case anymore, since we're paying someone more to do a better, to take better care of those things, but
I'm
I-
going to see her tomorrow, I'll ask her.
okay. So I'll email the link when I have updates to my Proton Mail Drive.
Okay.
And we'll do it that way and see how it works out. If somebody prefers, Phil, if you prefer to go to the website and get it, feel free
Whatever
to,
works best.
anybody can hit Sarah up and say, give me a
Now,
log on for the
when
budget
you're
meeting.
looking at it there, you're going to have to print it off and bring it to the meeting anyway to scribble on, right?
Yes, if that's, yes, if you want it printed out to scribble on, you will. Yep. Okay, that's the last thing I had. Anybody have anything else they want to discuss?
We had a good meeting.
7:37, I think we had a great meeting, thank you, we accomplished a
Got
lot.
lot done, even the schedule.
Yeah, yeah, I didn't expect to get the entire schedule done, so that's great. Motion to adjourn, yeah.
Yeah.
I'll second it.
Ed moved, Phil seconded. 7:37.
Would you like to adjourn, or do you wanna